Tony Hayward was the CEO of BP, and he is now being dismissed, so that's fantastic, right? I mean, God, that son of a bitch screwed up the Gulf of Mexico, and they spilled, all those gallons of oil on there, and it took them forever to fix it, and it looked like they cared more about their own profits. And a guy said, I got to deal with my own life, and I want my life back. Well, congratulations, you have your life back. Good riddance. Well, we got him, right? Not so much. All right. He will still have some sort of job from BP, although it's like literally near Siberia. Okay, so they sent him out to Siberia, which is funny. But here comes the unfunny part for the rest of us. He gets a year's pay, $1.6 million. Because you see, if you get fired, and you know how we have 15 million people unemployed in this country, you know what you get? You usually get bupkis. I mean, you get a month's severance and you're dancing on the streets, right? This guy gets a year's severance, gets $1.6 million extra for his own incompetence, right? But they're not done. Does he get to keep his pension? Of course. Do you get to keep your pension? Well, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes it's a raw deal for you. Sad day, man. I know you worked all those years, but the company's bankrupt. What can you do? In some examples, and you don't get it. Well, Tony Hayward does get to keep his pension. How much is it? It's 11 million pounds. It's about $17 million. So if you're running a large multinational corporation like this and you commit a colossal error that causes enormous environmental damage and costs your own company about $70 billion in market value. Can you imagine? He costs his company $70 billion in market value, and they give him over $17 million pension, $1.6 million for getting fired, etc. Anyway, this isn't the free market. This isn't capitalism. This isn't, hey, you know what? Hey, if you just get, if you're really good and you get to the top of the ladder and you deliver for your company, you get to keep all the earnings. No. He hosed this company. He created a gusher right up the companies. You get my point, okay? But still, he's walking away a multi-millionaire. Because the guys at the top, they run the whole operation. These multinational corporations, they bought our congressmen, they bought politicians and leaders throughout the world, so we don't really have effective boards to represent the shareholders, because shouldn't the shareholders be irate at Tony Hayward? Forget about how mad we are at him for screwing up our Gulf and our environment. How about the shareholders that lost $70 billion in market value? Nope. Shush. Why? The executives, they have all the money, and they bought the politicians. Remember, we told you about a bill earlier here in the U.S. where the Democrats introduced legislation saying shareholders should have more say over who's on their board and who their CEOs are. And the Republicans and so-called conservative Democrats spiked it, said no, executives who pay us through lobbyists should run everything, and the owners of the companies should not have power over them. How does that make any sense? It doesn't. It only makes sense because they work for the people who bribe them, pay them. And so Tony Hayward will walk into the sunset feeling great and cozy. Not that bad. Even in Siberia, it's not that bad.